Tonight, from the dark streets of old Boston, a tale of art, terror, and something that should never have been seen. You ask me why I cannot bear the subway anymore, 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗘𝗧. Why certain pictures disturb me beyond reason. It began with Richard Upton Pickman. Pickman was a painter of rare genius, though Boston society preferred to call him mad. His pictures were too vivid, too intimate with horror. He came of an old Salem line, yet moved through Boston like an exile. Clubs, critics, and salons had turned against him, but not because he lacked talent. One evening, seeing that I alone still defended him, Pickman asked if I had the courage to visit his private studio in the North End. We went by night through the old North End, where the streets still twist like colonial memories, and the houses seem to brood over buried centuries. What I saw there was not ordinary fantasy. Pickman painted ghouls, crypts, graveyards, and unspeakable feasts with a conviction no imagination should possess. The pictures were terrible enough in subject, but what disturbed me most was their precision. Every posture, every muscle, every unnatural detail possessed the convincing accuracy of something observed from life. Pickman had nothing but contempt for painters who invented their monsters. True art, he insisted, demanded knowledge. The disturbing thing was the quiet certainty with which he spoke of such impossible subjects. Below was another studio, hidden from the world above. Here Pickman kept the pictures even his few remaining admirers were never permitted to see, and they were worse than anything before. Then Pickman paused, as though he had heard something below us. Taking the lantern, he disappeared through a passage, leaving me alone among those dreadful canvases and the darkness beyond. Then Pickman uncovered a huge unfinished canvas, and I screamed. A curled photograph was pinned to it. As I reached for the paper, Pickman suddenly froze, drew his revolver, and motioned me to silence. Alone, I listened. There came a faint scurrying, then queer squeals or bleats from somewhere I could not place. Suddenly, I heard a furtive clatter, heavy wood striking brick somewhere in the darkness. We left that cellar at last and walked back through the North End. Only later did I remember the small photograph I had taken from the unfinished canvas and slipped, almost without thinking, into my pocket. The next morning I found the curled paper in my coat. I finally examined it. It showed no background study. It showed the monster itself, crouching before Pickman's cellar wall. It was a photograph from life.